This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
This episode of the History of Bad Ideas is sponsored by the Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 23rd through the 25th in Cincinnati, Ohio. Looking to meet John Barrowman from Arrow and Doctor Who fame? Looking to meet Stan Lee, the great Excelsior? Then come on down to the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Again, September 23rd through the 25th, the official sponsor of Hobie. Roger says goodbye.
It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 139. I'm Jason.
I am Jeff.
Blake.
And welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us this week.
No guests
Thank
in
you.
the studios this week.
I would like to register a complaint that during the playing of our theme song, Jeff remained seated while Jason and I were standing.
I remained seated because I'm fat and lazy.
Whatever,
have my
man.
hand over my
Keep
heart.
making excuses, buddy.
Kaepernick has one of those excuses. Lazy.
Lazy.
What a piece of shit. I don't even care if he stands or not. Well,
Hold on.
No, I do.
Hold on, Jason. The political podcast is down the hall.
No. I'm not even trying to say about that. I shouldn't say that. My thought is, I just don't like Kaepernick. Can I just hate him for that? It's not for anything he does.
Can you hate him
I
for
just
being
hate him.
Kaepernick, not hate him for this
He was a
particular
giant.
action?
He was a giant douche, allegedly. Like 4 years ago, when he was a big thing. He's
Well,
always been.
I really could care less about what he does and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. I'm just wondering how much of this is come to light when he realizes that he's probably going to get cut by the football team.
Chip Kelly said today he's one of his two best quarterbacks. One of two. So
Then
Blaine
we got
Gabbert's
two.
the other one.
Yeah.
He's one of our two best.
He did say one of two.
All right. Well, for our friends in California, sit up, stand down. I don't care.
I don't think they care about Kaepernick either.
You know, you do what you want. It's a
I
free
don't know. I
country.
hear Minnesota's looking for a quarterback.
Did they say what Teddy Bridgewater,
Well, yeah,
what
today.
injury?
Leg?
Wacky
Left knee.
compound fracture thing.
What was it?
On the radio on my way here,
Uh-huh.
they said there was a compound fracture,
Wow.
non-contact.
Did he just step
Compound
wrong?
fracture. Something happened.
They said there was players throwing helmets because they were so pissed off when it happened.
Well, there's also a number of players that were grossed out by it too. It was pretty sickening from what I heard.
Ugh, that's a shame too. I
Poor
like
Teddy.
Minnesota
Yeah, exactly.
because of Mike Zimmer, ex-Bengal defensive coordinator. I always root for him. I was hoping he would get a playoff win quicker than Marvin Lewis. As much as I love the
didn't he?
Bengals. No, they
No.
lost on the last second kick last
Oh,
year.
that's right.
They should have won, but they pulled a Lewis.
yeah.
So did the Redskins.
Yeah. So is Cleveland going to get their playoff victory first under Hugh?
No, what we're doing
What
is
year?
we're going with the all rookie team this year.
Well, we're trying something different.
We're trying something different. We're trying to field a team with zero experience and RG3 at quarterback.
They're going to forfeit the first 6 games. That's a risky move. Let's see how it pays off for them.
We're gonna build our team around our left tackle.
Joe Thomas, who's been in the league 11 years.
Yes.
I heard you getting Willie Anderson to come out of retirement.
No, as long as he works for league minimum, I think the front office will take him.
Is anybody else looking forward to Week 5 when the Browns have to play the Patriots?
I'm sure Brady will not have a chip on his
Brady
shoulder.
being a pissed off. Yeah.
Is it in New England?
Probably.
That I don't know.
Yeah, if you have the Browns defense, I recommend you sit them for that week.
Because it's not Labor Day weekend; it's the next week, right? When the
When
season starts.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend is this upcoming weekend.
Correct.
Yeah,
so
Labor
it's
Day is,
following.
And it's
Yes.
following. Yeah, we still got one more preseason game to
That's
suffer
right.
through.
The communist celebration is Monday,
Because
where we celebrate the proletariat worker.
down the hall.
Hey, which is all of us. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute. That just means that Jeff's the only one left to do this podcast by himself. Me and you are going to the politics. Where's Culture Man? We'll get them in here. Come on, Bobby H.
Bobby H and Culture Amy.
Well, a couple things here. Blake, unbeknownst to Blake, Jeff and I would like to say congratulations, Blake.
Yes, thank you very much.
I know you're a little shy, but we're going to give you some props here.
Thank you.
Blake,
Yeah.
the city of Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
They honor a soldier during the Reds game, every home game, isn't
I
it?
think it's every Sunday home game.
Say honor a veteran.
Yeah.
Or is it every game? Or?
It's honor a veteran. I thought it was every home game, but I'm not 100%. But anyways, so this weekend, they are honoring you, Blake. This is no lie. They are honoring you. So thank you, a hometown hero. So
Thank you.
congratulations, Blake. I'm very happy for you. You deserve it.
Thank you. I'm very humbled.
So I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your service, sir.
All these good things I do outside of the podcast.
I know. You're a drunken asshole on the podcast, but outside you're actually...
Obviously, nobody listens.
See, it's just the opposite. I'm a drunken asshole. I'm never outside, too. So congratulations.
Blake,
Yeah,
people are
thank you.
listening because I've had a couple of people ask last week, how drunk were you? Anytime you went into your Blake and the Dit Man thing.
In fact, one of the...
Dit Man. Hey, I had that was stuck in my brain since the last time we had him on, and Jason kept joking around about the Dit Man, Blake and the Dit Man radio thing, and I just had this obnoxious radio announcer DJ voice. Just the annoying DJ that's in the morning that you can't stand.
The morning zoo.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it was the morning zoo. Hey, you hate traffic? I do too. Text star 1234. Tell us where you hate it. And I just ran with it because it was annoying, and I hate DJs that are like that.
And you're like, if it's stuck in my head, it'll be stuck
It's
in
stuck in
everybody
my head. I'm
else's.
going to make everybody else.
Well, there is one morning show that I actually listen to because there's two geeks that do it in the local scene in Cincinnati, and it's Stump the Nerd or whatever they do.
Yeah.
And the one DJ, he's coming up on 200 victories. He's only lost like 10 times.
Wow.
And they give him five. They give you, the listener, and him 5 different questions, and you have to see who wins.
Yeah, with no cheating or Googling.
Yes. I called in on my way to work.
No way.
I got picked up. You can win $100. I got picked up, and my phone died as I entered the garage.
You stop outside the garage and just
I was pulling in, and they're like, "Hey, this is so and so. Who's this?" No! Fucking luck.
And the thing is, your number's probably blocked forever now.
Well, that's right. Every morning I have the phone on speed dial, but the number in my phone, and they haven't done it recently. I'm like, "Fucking hey, it was last week."
That's
So
funny.
yeah, I was up. I probably would have gotten blown away, but hey, I would have tried, like to beaten him.
What kind of questions, if you remember?
They do. I did not hear. I turned it off because I was so pissed off because I was going to. I was like, "Fuck this!
I
I'm going
didn't
to work."
know if I was going to win or not.
That's the reason why I didn't listen to the rest, because if I knew them, I was going to be very upset. So
You'd rather not know about Schrodinger's cat, huh?
yes.
You keep the box closed.
Anyways,
I meant nothing dirty by that. If a dirty thought went through your head, that's your problem.
so back to it anyway. So Blake is lifting up our show. So this weekend, is it Saturday or Sunday?
It's I should put out misinformation in case there's a sniper out there.
Amy.
No, it's Saturday.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is very cool, and you get your own jersey.
Yeah, they gave me a jersey and everything. It was really
it's
nice.
nice.
It was very nice. It was a very humbling experience.
Well, on to some other asshole stuff. Let's go anti-American. Let's go Russian.
Hey, let's go Russian. Jason's got a Russian tail.
Did anyone watch the
I'm not
Guard?
doing this anymore tonight, all right?
No, even my wife asked if you were drunk last week. She's like, "Is he drunk?" Well, he could have been. The Guardians trailer, not Guardians of the Galaxy. Did anyone watch the Guardians trailer?
I certainly watched that.
It has
trailer.
become our
I've
number
seen it.
one.
I saw it, yeah.
Number one post on our Facebook page at the Bad Ideas Podcast.
Yes.
History of Bad Ideas podcast on Facebook. That is our #1 post of all time.
Yeah,
It's got that many views.
Not to be confused with that imposter Facebook site that's popped up.
Yeah.
Well, hey, bad ideas happen all over the place.
They keep
Someone
sites.
else was bound. I think they are. They have. There is a new podcast out there. I think they just released their 11th episode. I think I saw called
Really?
the Bad Ideas Podcast.
The 11-day
So they'll be done by 15, so they'll be fine. Okay.
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to listen to them yet.
And neither shall you.
I want to judge our competition.
Anyway, so yes, the History of Bad Ideas Facebook page.
The history of
Bad Ideas. Hobie. We actually even have a new email. What is our new email?
HobiePod@gmail.com.
Do not use the other one.
Stop it.
Use HobiePod at gmail.com.
gmail.com. HobiePod at
The other one, at
gmail.com.
least for the time being, will still be used, just not checked much.
I check it more than you do.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
I
okay.
know you do. But I figured, I'm writing it, and it's just too long to write the history of bad ideas. So I'm like, just something short,
Your attention span wanders after
Oh, the
first
history
two
of, no,
word
never mind.
history,
It's not worth it.
Pod, whatever. So HobiePod at gmail.
So do we have a hook for that?
HobiePod at gmail.com.
It's got to be shorter.
HobiePod@gmail.com.
Hello, can you help us?
HobiePod at gmail.com.
No, Expedia will sue
Oh,
us if we
sorry.
do that.
So anyways, the Guardians trailer.
Guardians
it.
trailer.
Is it not awesome?
That's February that movie's coming
Yes.
out here in the States.
There's an
Going
English...
to be subtitled.
It is. There is an English subtitle trailer. It's not as good. I like the Russian... the
I was about
Russian...
to say, are they subtitling it, or are they going to release it?
They're releasing
dubbed?
it in Russia.
No, yeah.
And then they're dubbed it. Sorry, they dubbed it.
They're going to dub it over here. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered about like all the other countries that speak other languages. Like, how off-putting is it to
Hear that?
almost every blockbuster you watch is American, and they dub the foreign languages. I'm just wondering how off-putting that is. So I
wonder
kind
how-
of want to see it
I wonder how Kevin Chris react to that in UK.
when they dub.
When we
with
dub
English
over- yeah,
accents.
Off-putting?
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of like
Pudding?
tough. Putting.
I keep hearing pudding.
Pudding.
Well, I got a speech impediment. My T's come out sounding like D's.
That's my hook.
Pudding. No, that's an Ohio, specific Midwest, by the way.
But the Guardians trailer is from Russia. It's about
right.
4
Is
superheroes.
Super Putin in it?
No. The whole Russian
Did
country.
he direct it?
No. But he may be shirtless in it.
He rides a bear.
Yes. Well, there's a bear in
He's
it.
shirtless and rides a bear.
There's a man that turns into a bear.
Yeah.
There's a guy that looks exactly like the Winter Soldier. But he has
Those huge
the sickles.
knives, yeah.
The sickles.
He's got the hammer and sickle, or just 2 sickles?
Two sickles. So here's the funny
It's
thing.
cool because he spins and he holds the blade, so it's like a big
Blender.
Yes, blender is the perfect word.
So these 4 superheroes come out of retirement or get found again because they were
They're Cold War.
You know,
era.
if you start making fun of this, we're going to be on Putin's hit list.
We're not making fun of it. It's
I
awesome.
really want to see it.
I
It
do.
honestly
Okay,
looks
just
cool.
make sure.
This
Because I don't want to end up getting sniped on Saturday.
No.
all right?
These bad guys come in, take over Russia, and they basically bring up these 4 Cold War era superheroes, and they give them new uniforms, and it's all very Russian like. The one
Yeah.
has the sickle, the one is a bear. He turns into a bear
Yeah.
with a machine gun.
So he's like a lycanthrope.
Like
Yes.
that.
He's a werebear.
He's a werebear.
Oh, okay, I got you now.
it's,
Like
D&D Jason.
I got you. Oh, I was thinking more of that
Jeff got it
Underworld.
right off the
I was
bat.
thinking Underworld.
No.
Well, they are
Underworld.
like lichens.
Underworld has been around longer.
He's a hybrid form. Okay, yes.
And then there's 2 other ones. What was the one?
Supposedly, the lady turns invisible. Is
Yeah,
what I was.
Yeah.
Since she became visible in the trailer from being invisible.
And then the other one just throws a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he had like some giant
Whips?
chain whip thing
Yeah.
or something.
Do they swig a lot of vodka?
No, stop it. It looks good.
Okay.
It looks really good, and the special effects are decent.
Yeah, like the guy with the bear head that looked. I was expecting it to look completely cheesy, and it looks pretty damn good.
Is it sponsored state propaganda?
It could be.
It could be, but I don't care.
Counter the Avengers?
It looked very much Guardians of the Galaxy mixed with the Fantastic Four with bloodshed.
Ooh.
Ooh, Fantastic Four. This looks better
Just
than
because
the
there's 4 of them.
Fantastic
Well,
Four.
yes.
And an invisible woman.
Yes. These fake batarangs we have, courtesy of #1 fan Doug, look better than Fantastic Four. Yeah, I'm excited. I really want to see it. So go watch Guardians on the History of Bad Ideas Facebook
I
page.
hope they dub it so I don't have to read.
It looks.
It is dubbed.
Trailer's
Oh,
dubbed.
okay, good.
So
There's another trailer that's not, and it actually
Yeah.
sounds better in Russian. It's like, I would love to know what's going on, but it really sounds cool.
their English Russian accents sound better than actually speaking Russian.
Yes.
Das Vidania.
Let's see. I saw St. Vincent, the Melissa McCarthy, Bill Murray movie.
I saw that a couple weeks ago.
Is that where
On
he's
Netflix.
a neighbor?
Yes. Did
Yes.
you like it, Jeff?
I loved it. I thought it was a great movie.
It was unbelievable.
Really?
Yes.
I've
Melissa
knew about it, but I
McCarthy
didn't know it was really that good.
shits in a sink, but she's only in it for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. She's not in it
got
much.
A small part. She kind of bothered me at the beginning of the movie, like when she first moved
Mm-hmm.
in, but then as the movie went on, I don't know.
It's on Netflix, and it was very well done. Bill Murray kicked ass in it.
Bill Murray was great in it. The kid,
And I
don't
liked
know who he is.
how the whole time I was like, how are they going to make this a happy ending? I don't need this all wrapped up in a bow. And they really don't.
No, I mean,
and
it's
it's
still
kinda-
make it happy, and
But
whatnot,
happy-ish, I would say.
Yeah.
But Bill Murray was great. And I like how she's like yelling at Bill Murray, how dare you take him to the track to bed and all this? And you're drinking alcohol. It's like, after one day you said, hey, can you babysit my kids?
Yeah.
After school. I don't think your parenting skills are that strong either there, ma'am.
And I liked how they didn't make the ex-husband like the complete jerk.
I said the same thing to my wife.
Because she's going off about he's terrible and this
He
and
cheated.
that. And then when he does show up, he actually looks like a caring dad who wants to be there.
He's actually fighting for custody of his son. He may be an asshole in the marriage, but he still loves his son. So that was, I told my wife the same thing. And my wife did say, did she not think of background checks for babysitters? maybe that would help.
just Google him at least.
Yes, see what's going on. But it was very well done. I liked it. So, I recommend it. I also saw Ghost Heads.
I saw you talking about that on
Ghost Heads?
Twitter.
It's a documentary. It's on Netflix. Just came out. It's about I love documentaries about people that are fanatical about stuff. Just because I like seeing why they are. And this
Yeah.
is about people that are Ghostbuster enthusiasts.
Oh, okay. So like Scab Jeff.
Yes,
Kind of,
yes,
yeah.
yeah. Not Ghost Hunters, Ghostbusters.
Oh,
The movie.
bust.
The
movie.
movie. Of
Oh,
movie.
okay.
So it's very interesting. They got a lot of the characters or the actors from the original movie in it,
Okay.
and they follow people. And like part of it is like, oh, that's really sad that this is what you're doing and spending life. And like the one guy's marriage is not the greatest because he's such a fanatic.
Yeah.
But then you kind of see why they do it. And a lot of the ghost heads are actually, they do a lot for charity. So it's really nice that that's the whole emphasis. It's not like they're just doing cosplay. They do a lot for charity. So it's like, you know what, good for them. Like they raise donations and that. And a lot of cosplayers do.
Yeah.
PG's the Playground? What is our friend?
Playground Zero.
Playground Zero, thank you. Playground Zero does it in Cincinnati. But, I mean, it is very interesting just to see why people do this and that. So, and it was from all over the world. And it's a fun documentary. It's on Netflix. It's an hour and 20 minutes, I think. So, if you're like me and if you like the little fanatical stuff, it's fun to watch. So, did anybody else have anything?
Let's see. What is this Torso Bear 3?
Well, let's get to Torso Bear. A good friend from across the pond, who I always screw up his last name, Brett Uran, is who I'm going with. Uran.
Urine?
Uran. There we go.
You
We're going with that.
ran
ran
so far away, couldn't get away. Bum, bum, bum.
I knew Dev's going to kill me for that name because he always does. But Brett, we've talked to him a couple times through Twitter, and he's been on Snake Oil podcast.
Is he at Flock of Seagull?
No, no, but that would be fun.
Oh, okay. He should. Actually, you ran at Flock of Seagull. There you go, buddy. Take it now before somebody else does. Mr. Uran.
He made Torso Bear. I got the first 2 volumes. It's about toys, a stuffed bear who's a detective. The last one, stuffed Torso Bear.
I remember Torso Bear.
Yeah, Detective Ruxby Bear. He got framed and went to prison.
Yeah.
It's really good, and it's a big graphic novel, but there's many different stories that interconnect, and each story is usually drawn by somebody new.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And it's really cool how they do that.
Yeah, he had a Kickstarter on this for
Last 2.
Last 2.
Mm-hmm. The good news is he's got another Kickstarter in September coming up. It will be in September 2006. The first week. September 2016, the whole month.
Okay, you said 2006.
Sorry,
That's
2016.
why I'm like, you're about 10 years too late.
It's this new thing called Kickstarter. I'm going to get in on the ground floor. The first week pledges. If you pledge the first week, you get a special sketch from the creator of on the inside front cover of the book.
Ooh.
I got that last time with my pledge.
Because you were special.
I am. Let's see. There's a couple base prices. Digital price of $6.50. The hard copy is $20. If you want to add volumes 1 and 2, they're $10. It's half price, which is really good.
That's really good.
Unfortunately, I got all 3. And volume 3 is free if you refer 5 friends who pledge. Wait a minute. We're referring it. Hey!
Hey.
What if we refer 100?
So just give you a quick information on it. I asked him to write me something because I always stumble over some of this. Ruxby Detective Bear has been a hero cop held prisoner on corruption charges, and now he fights for the right as the imaginary city of Toyburg is torn apart by unrest. Let's see. They return to sweet Toyburg, the city, one more time, where the puzzle piece streets thunder with voices raised against Mayor Huggington. In a police force of hired ex-villains, Ruxy Bear is one of the few real cops who pledge to protect and serve all toys, along with his wooden friend Hasbro. Hazbrow.
Hasbro.
It's really fun. It's a low violent, but it's with toys, so it's kind of fun how they do it. And
Sounds like he added Suicide Squad to it.
it's kind of like Toy Story with Suicide Squad.
Police force of ex-criminals or something?
Yes. The last 2 I seriously cannot recommend enough. We're not getting promoted, we're not getting paid by them or anything. I seriously love his last 2.
But if 5 of you order it, Jason might get his.
Yes. There's 10 different stories, I think, this season. This book. It might be a little bit more. But tons of different writers and artists. It's actually writers and artists on each little
He
volume.
added other writers?
Mm-hmm. I think they did that on the last one, too.
Okay.
It's been a couple months since I read it. I've read both books a couple times because I love them. So, and I thank Dev from Snake Oil for getting me recommended on them.
Yes. Thank you, Dev, who just had a birthday a couple days ago.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Dev.
happy birthday, Big D.
So we will talk about this a little bit more in the coming weeks. Torso Bear 3, look it up on Kickstarter starting next week. And, good luck there, Brett.
Torso Bear
And
3.
it's also getting distributed in the U.S. by Source Point.
Source
excellent.
Point Press.
Yep.
They
Who
have
is?
a really neat logo, by the way.
They do.
It is a cool logo. Yeah, Travis from Snake Oil is pretty much the head of the Source Point Press, and a lot of the guys on Snake Oil are part of their little operation. So, yeah, you can listen to them at Snake Oil, and they'll probably be able to tell you more about Source Point and all the great books that they are promoting and producing.
And they're actually coming to the Cincinnati Comic Expo, too.
Yeah.
Travis is. So,
All right.
let's go Source Point.
Dang.
Yeah, bitches.
Hey, anybody as interested in Westworld as I am?
Yes.
The new HBO series.
Oh, they meant the movie.
They
original.
no, Westworld. Well, that is a good movie.
It is a good movie.
With Yul Brynner.
Yes.
But they released another extended trailer this week, and it's looking really good. It's got Anthony Hopkins, is the creator, and he's talking about his creations going a little.
Wait a minute. This sounded like the second
On their
Matrix
own.
movie.
No, this is better than the Matrix.
There's
please.
Indians involved, and I think a big overall story arc is who's a robot and who's not.
Wait,
And
that was Blade Runner.
yeah,
No,
So this is Matrix
Yeah.
meets Blade Runner?
but good.
and
Blade Runner is
artificial intelligence gone awry.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, because he's talking to his one creation. He's like, "Bring yourself online." She's like waking up, and he's like reminding her that she's a creation. Mm-hmm. There for the paying customers.
And
Interesting.
James Marsden is in it. Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff and a lot of good actors that are involved in it. So I'm really looking forward to Westworld. I can't
October it comes out.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
wait. Pretty good. I also saw Jeff passed along a DVD to me
Yes.
at the last show. It was the Space Battleship Yamato.
And you watched it?
2010 movie, yes. The whole in Japanese anime manga that Star Blazers is based off of.
Anime.
Anime.
I was just doing it like
Mango.
mango.
I mean,
no,
mango.
no mango.
No mango. No mango. Mango.
No,
Mango.
no.
Was Mango the monkey guy? Chris Kattan's monkey?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you're doing the right impersonation there.
Was that the Mango or was that the flamboyant character?
Mango.
Mango?
Mango.
No, Mango
I
was a
don't
flamboyant character.
Yeah.
Mr. Peepers.
Mr. Peepers was the monkey.
Yeah.
I'm going Mr. Peepers.
Mango was the
Flamboyant something.
actor or
Yes.
whatnot.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, actually, it was really cool. I like how they did a lot of the bringing to life in the animation, which is almost spot on in the Star Blazers, the anime, the anime. The anime.
This is about as good as him doing Suge Knight.
The animated, yeah, as in the animated Mango
You can say
version.
it however you want. I just
Yeah.
always do the whole
It's a-
very
oh, you
choppy
like that.
pronunciation.
Hey.
Anime. Hey.
Yeah,
That's
so
how they say it in the anime movies.
yeah, so it was great. The Yamato or the Argo, depending upon what fan you are of the
Depending on if
animated
you're-
Mango you watch. But yeah, it was really cool to them literally bring in the bridge, the overview, the everything involved. The Tigers and the Cosmo Zero. I mean, it was really awesome to see it like in an actual live action movie. And I really enjoyed it. And I even asked my wife, I was like, so when am I going to get my Star Blazers leather jacket? I want a Wild Star / Kodai, white jacket with a big
Did she
red
respond? I married a
Yeah.
child.
arrow. No, she loves this. She was a fan of the cartoon herself, which is great. So we watched it with great anticipation, and we enjoyed it. I think we enjoyed a lot of the fact that it was a movie about our favorite, Saturday, weekday morning cartoon saga series. So if you think about it, they took an entire season, which would be like 36 episodes or something like that, squeeze it into, about a 2-hour movie. And so they did the whole trip to Iskandar and back. And they threw in some curveballs, from the actual storyline, which puts you on the edge a little bit. So they changed it up a little bit so you knew, so that they kept a lot of things similar to what you expected. But they threw that little curveball in there, so there was something new for you in the movie.
So it was kind of like the remake of Ghostbusters, where it's pretty much the same movie, but they threw a little curveball and made them all women.
No.
Oh.
I feel like Ghostbusters might be better.
No.
Ooh.
No, Jason. No.
It's got to be funnier than AbFab.
Actually, it's got that goofy. Well, I guess we would call it goofy.
Mm-hmm.
That goofy Japanese humor, which is real quick and sharp and a little over the top. A little bit slapstick.
Did you ever see Cowboy Bebop?
I've heard of Cowboy Bebop, and it's probably because you've asked me about this before.
I never could get into it.
No.
Never could. Everybody says if you're going to do anime, that's the one you should watch.
Oh, that's the one you should watch?
Or one of them, yeah.
Yeah,
And
But
I never
so if
could.
you don't like that, you should not bother.
Yeah, and
trying
I
the
could never
others.
get into anime. I'm glad that people like it. I just Cowboy, and that's why I was the wonder.
Well, that's what I liked about a lot of the Star Blazers, cartoons. It was, the animated Mango stuff, but it wasn't way Japanese.
I'm still laughing at Mango.
Yeah. I mean, they've got the really cool hair, cool Pokemon hair, and the Sonic hair, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Do
they're
they have big
but not
swords?
really goofy. No, they don't.
Oh.
But not really goofy. But I do remember as a kid trying to understand why the Doctor was always acting goofy, because in the American version of the cartoon, he's always carrying a bottle of like clear liquid, and he's always hiccuping bubbles and stuff. In the Japanese version, that's sake.
So
And the
drunk.
reason he's always goofy is because he's drinking sake. And in the American version, because it's for children, they make it water. And as a kid, you're like, why is he so wacky with water?
He's wacky on
Bubbles.
sparkling water. Yeah.
There's a lot of fluoride in it.
But in Space Battleship Yamato, released in 2010, the Doctor, they made her a female, and she carries a cat, just like the cartoon, and she's got a big bottle of sake with her all the time. And it's just like, yes, some things stay the same.
And she was played by Melissa McCarthy?
No.
Oh.
A bunch of Japanese actors that you don't know or would probably would never recognize, but
You've traveled the world. Do you like sake?
sake's like a Japanese grain alcohol is essentially what it is.
Yeah, I've had it. I was
Yeah.
just wondering if you liked it.
Anything that's harsh like that's going to burn. Mm-hmm. you just smile and drink it and be kind for the Japanese
For the
person
customs.
that bought it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying no, you don't like it?
It's like grappa. Have you had grappa?
I've never even heard of grappa.
I've had old Italian guys buy me grappa, and I don't know if it's because they're playing a mean joke on me, because I can speak Italian and all that kind of stuff. It's like, here, have some grappa. And I'm like, oh, God, please, no.
I've seen porn start like that. With old Italian men giving people that.
Just as long as they're not like Hungarian or something.
Yeah. The only sad thing is it was nice to listen to the movie with the original voices because it was subtitled in English, but I would like to have a dubbed English version if available. Because, you know, I reading subtitles doesn't really bother me. I just am bothered by the fact that while I'm reading the subtitle, I may miss something
missing what's
visual
going
on
on
the screen.
I understand.
I mean, I can sped read really fastest. But, you know, I can speak, you know, you can read really fast. But you're pressured to read real quick and look and, you know, not miss what's going on the screen.
The problem I
But I
usually have
enjoyed
with
it.
it is I like read the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you look up and they're just talking and talking and talking. And you're like, really? It takes
Oh,
you
yeah,
that
then you're
long
like,
to
oh,
say that
come on.
much? It's,
Or something that's really long and the action happens really fast, which
Yeah.
happens in Japanese movies, by the way.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn it, I just missed. Hold on, let me go
Wait,
back and look at that. Hold on.
rewind.
Rewind. But no, it was really cool. They had the old Captain Avatar outfit, which I want for Halloween now. I want that jacket, man. That is awesome jacket and hat. But IMDb's got it rated at 6.1, and I think that's about inaccurate. It's an accurate 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Oh, so Entertainment Weekly would say B+.
A B minus.
Oh.
yeah, that's right. So essentially a B minus. Yeah, exactly. No, but I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I was giddy at the fact that it existed and that I actually got to see it. So, yes, thank you for the DVDs. Wonderful.
And speaking of manga or anime,
Anime mango.
Yeah, I've been watching the new Voltron series.
Oh, yeah?
On.
How is it? I've gone through one episode.
I'm halfway through. It's good. I actually like it.
I've heard nothing but great things. And my son and I are watching it, but it's been slow because
Like,
he goes
Yeah.
back and forth on what he wants to watch.
I mean, it's like I think the biggest problem I ever had of watching stuff like that was it felt like this seems to be it's written for the English language, so it's like things aren't going real fast at some points and real slow at others, and that's usually my biggest problem with dubbing movies is, you know, to say something we got a lot to say in English real quick that they only have 3 words to say in Japanese. It takes us 12 in English, and
Yeah.
and so they talk real fast, and then other times they say 2 words and they're still moving their mouths, and you're like, quit that. But so that doesn't there because it's drawn for English or whatnot, but it I like it. It's what I think Voltron should be.
Is there bloodshed?
I don't think I've seen any blood.
Okay.
They're robots fighting. I mean, people are dying, but you're not.
That's okay if that.
Are there long 5-10 minute dialogues in the middle of battle that the battle just seems to stop while they have this dialogue?
Around them.
Because that happened a lot in Space Battleship Yamato. It's like my wife and
don't
I
think they quite
commented.
have
It
that,
was like,
no.
you know, you're in this heated battle, and you have this 10-minute dialogue, and everything like stops. It's like, you know, the Gamalas, you know, stop. Like, hold on, they're talking. Hold on. Okay, now we can fight.
Better question. When's your wife come back on the air?
I don't know. When she can find a topic that she's interested in.
So
Obviously, young juvenile things that we do aren't very.
she's married to you. She would get along.
Exactly.
We need to bring her back.
I don't know. When we need the female perspective on something,
Yes,
we'll bring
yes.
her back in.
Real quick, we are going to do the contest for the Jeff Morris's book.
Yes.
I'll read Jeff's book.
The I'll read Jeff's book competition.
We got a lot of picks, so we will
Scab
draw the
Jack.
name
That's
out of a
right.
hat. We may even do it Facebook Live.
Hey,
What do you
let's
think
go
about
over
that?
some of the names that we got.
We got a lot. We got R.J. Holt,
R.J. Holt,
Nickel,
Nickel,
Dev,
Dev,
Jeannie.
Jeannie at TJL High.
Yes. Jordan. I love Jordan.
Hojo B1,
Pam.
Pam Morris.
A couple podcasts are in there. 3
we
is
go.
comedy.
3 is comedy.
Cinephils.
Cinephiles.
Files.
Cinephiles.
Files.
Cinephils.
Cinephiles. Cenobites.
Yes. Jimmy Riggins. Just in Time.
Podcast.
And the 1980s Movie Graveyard Podcast.
All right.
So we got some good ones in there. Okay, we are back with the contest. Here we go. And we're going Facebook Live as well on the History of Bad Ideas podcast.
Yeah, but before we roll, we have to announce the significance of the 12-sided die.
There's 12 contestants.
12 contestants. This is a 12-sided die. Now, anybody that's a fan of Dungeons and Dragons knows that you never use the 12-sided die for anything other than some random weapon damage.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Warhammer damage or something.
Yeah.
This is from Jeff's bag of dice.
All right.
Got Hank here guarding my bag of dice.
Does he always guard your bag of dice?
He always guards my bag of
Okay.
dice.
All right,
We're
so
doing.
this is going to be exciting. 1 through 12.
We've assigned numbers 1 through 12. Here they are. Woo! Take a look. Woo!
Those are production notes.
There you go. Okay. And also, here's the outline of all the bullshit. Yes, we're Facebook Live. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Rolling the dice. You ready,
Rolling
guys?
the dice. Dun, 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 dun.
Boom!
Ta-da!
And that will be
5.
Number 5.
5.
Oh my God, that is Jordan. He wins this. So congratulations, Jordan. We will be sending this to you. I think you've won another one.
He's a two-time winner on Hobie.
Hobie
Hey, wait a
winner.
minute. Do we have to exclude him because he's won a contest before?
It's been over a year.
It's been over a year. He won the
All
Kevin
right.
Smith book last time, the autograph book. So guess what? You won Jeff Morris's autograph book this time.
All right, note for anybody else. If there any contests with books,
Jordan is not
wait for
allowed.
the next. Yeah, George's not allowed to win the third one in a row.
Congratulations, Jordan. There you go. So Jordan, congratulations. Let's go. We do a quick thing before we get into listener feedback. Let's do the Twitter poll of the week. Jeff?
Twitter poll of the week.
Okay. Regarding our newest episode of Hobie, number 138.
Our latest.
Yes.
Shouldn't it be latest episode because we're on
Most recent.
139?
Most recent. This was on Twitter. I was reading this thing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
There you go.
Who is the coolest
Villain.
in pop culture? Okay. Number 4. We had a tie for 4th place.
So that'd be third place.
Yeah, maybe. At 12%, Darth Vader, who was number 1 we thought last
We
week.
thought it was going to be
thought it
Vader, and was it Bob asked the question?
Yes, Bob. And tied with Hannibal Lecter. So there you go.
Darth Vader and Hannibal Lecter.
Second place, it was a close one, at 35%. The Joker from Batman. Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounded like Salacious Crumb.
Oh.
Let's not do that.
There you go.
And number 1 at 41% of the vote. This was a popular poll this week.
Yeah.
Mr. Burns.
Excellent.
Excellent. Who is that man?
That's
Homer Simpson, sir. Excellent.
So yes, great job for Mr. Burns. the
Mr.
coolest one.
Burns.
I could see that. I have no issue with any of these guys.
No,
Hannibal Lecter,
I
I'm not a
like-
big fan of, but I could see the other 3 I'm fine with.
I'm a fan of Lecter, but I consider him more not a villain.
Okay.
More not a villain.
More
Why?
not a villain than a villain.
He was a cannibal.
but he was helping the good guys.
Only because he can get out and eat more brains.
Well, still, he was helping. The villain of Silence of the Lambs
little
was,
bit of fava
was
sauce.
Buffalo Bill. The villain of Red Dragons was Dollarhide. I mean, I never saw Hannibal, so maybe he was the villain of that.
No. The whole film was a villain. That was awful.
Yeah.
You're talking about the movie, right?
Yeah, I was
With
talking
Ray
about the movie.
Liotta.
Yes.
Oh.
I haven't seen the TV show either.
Let's get rid of Jodie Foster. That's a good move.
Ray Liotta. That's the one where he ate his brain while he
Yes.
was still alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because there are no nerve endings in your brain.
Nope. So let's do some listener feedback. Blake, let's do this.
All right. Listener feedback. We start off with this guy named Doug.
Number 1 fan, Doug.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
Doug says, would a remake of Beverly Hills Chihuahua make more than Ben-Hur?
I think it would. As terrible as a remake of Beverly Hills Chihuahua would be, from
never
what Ben-Hur has done, it probably would.
Oh, we're getting to it. We'll
be discussing that.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua I never saw, but I think it does have George Lopez in it.
I think he did a voice.
Yes. So I knew that was annoying from the get-go then.
He was probably one of the best voices in there.
Lopez. Hey.
Rosie Perez.
Is he the Chihuahua?
Kind of did Speedy Gonzalez there.
No, that's George Lopez.
I feel like this is a
No,
little
that
rough.
sounded like Cheech Marin.
Yeah, it did actually. feel like this is borderline bad. We should go on.
Hey, Chung, man. Hey, man.
Okay, that was good. I'll give you that one.
Thank
I'll give
you.
you that one.
I could do Cheech. I could do Cheech.
I could do Cheech. It sounds
Me, Dave.
southern though.
I got the stuff.
Hey, man. Nah, I don't have nothing. Okay.
Yeah,
I watched-
oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
where
right.
you draw the line in insulting people with your accents.
Yes.
It's a boomtada. The Corsican brothers.
Can we get Cheech and Chong back? I think we need a remake.
Didn't they do something recently?
I think they did actually, but I was
It
kidding.
wasn't the Corsican brothers.
No, that was an old one.
No, that was old.
Okay, no,
Some
moving
good
on.
old Cheech and Chong. All right,
Bob's back again this week. Different Bob.
Bob. This is just from Bob.
Bob.
Not to be confused with the Bob Studios. Of course, it would be pretty weird if our studio was sending us their own fan mail.
Oh, maybe it is.
Maybe that's just Jason's alter ego.
Maybe.
Oh.
All right. So, anyways, from Bob. That's all lowercase. That's capital B, lowercase O, and lowercase B.
So that's not the studios because they're all
No,
uppercase.
that's right. Said, who did Jessica Alba piss off that now she has to do a sequel to a Jason Statham movie? Could it because she did Jupiter Rising or whatever that was?
Did she do that?
I don't know.
No, that was Mila Kunis.
Oh,
Mila
same
Kunis
thing.
was in that.
Yeah, Jessica Alba, Mila Kunis.
She pissed off the people who went and saw the first two Fantastic Four movies that she was in.
Oh. I didn't realize that Tommy Lee Jones is in the Mechanic movie too.
Yeah, I think I saw him in the
Tommy Lee
events.
Jones. I was like, who? How? Seriously? One,
Right.
who the hell
Does he
cares
play a
about?
marshal?
No.
Does he play a law enforcement guy?
goes
Does he
after-
play the worst federal marshal ever because he keeps losing guys on his watch?
This guy's innocent. What are the odds? 2 in a
What are the
row.
odds? He's innocent and being unrightfully,
He's
wrongfully
so good in the
indicted.
Fugitive. So good. Second one's so awful.
Jessica Alba. Now is she wearing like a bikini, like in blue, whatever it was,
Blue
I
Crush.
think so.
Blue Crush.
Blue Crush.
She was Dark Angel, wasn't she?
Yes, she was Dark Angel.
That's
the
when she
TV
was at her
series.
best.
Yeah. I like Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's in this movie though. I really have no clue.
For some reason,
I sometimes get her confused with Jessica Biel. Because I was about to
Yeah.
mention Chuck and Larry. I'm like, no, that's the wrong one.
for some reason, the reason Blue Crush sticks in my mind very well is because we got that movie delivered to us and we played it up on the side of the wall when we were in the combat zone in Afghanistan, and we had a full house when that movie started. But by the time the movie ended, there weren't a lot of people hanging out.
The bathrooms were filled.
I don't think it was. I don't think it because it was a bad movie. Life's rough sometimes. You
Who's
just gotta
bringing
do it.
sand into the tent? Come on!
Have you
That is-
ever talked to any military guy and just say Foxy News? Everybody knows what you're talking about. All right. So, anyways, yeah, I guess you pissed somebody off.
Yeah, we're going with it.
All right, from Cheeto Bandito, a wannabe salty language guy, by email.
Yes, we got an email at the History of Bad Ideas.
I
Somebody
don't
that
think he
could
wanted
type out
to
the-
insult you over
Twitter? He could, because I'm a fucking idiot. And you know what? Go ahead and read the email.
Cheeto Bandito, who actually typed out the entire long email address.
Yes.
Good luck. Hey, Cheeto Bandito, in the future, you just need to write to.
HobiePod@gmail.com.
There you go.
You're welcome. We did this for you. This guy actually wrote to us, and it's a long email. Let's save him some time.
Yeah, he says, I was listening to the last episode,
A couple episodes ago, actually.
and I swear, although I may be mistaken, that when you guys were talking about Stranger Things, that Jason said Matthew Modi was unrecognizable, had a beard, and did a great job as sheriff. Well, I'm on episode 2, and he doesn't play the sheriff. Maybe that is why he is unrecognizable?
I did not pick up on that.
I'm so glad you fuckers didn't pick up on that. Because I'm like, seriously, I can't even recognize him. He's doing a good job. And then I watched it the following night, another episode. I was like, I'm a fucking moron. That's not Matthew Modine. That's Matthew Modine.
Yeah, it was before I watched it, so I didn't know who he played, so I apparently didn't think much of it. I remember you saying he was unrecognizable, and I'm like, okay.
Cheeto Bandito, I'm a fucking idiot.
Although maybe that's probably why I thought he was going to play the sheriff, because they went to the sheriff, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe he doesn't play the sheriff, and then he's a creepy scientist.
Well, if you like me for 4 episodes, you thought he was the sheriff.
I knew who Matthew Modine was immediately.
Didn't piece it
Oh,
together.
gosh.
Because you're like,
You know-
he's doing an awesome job.
Winona Ryder plays a great young, skinny high school girl. She's almost unrecognizable. It doesn't look like she aged a bit.
As our download numbers have said, we are no longer mentioning Winona Ryder by name. She does not exist anymore. Oh, yeah, so thanks, Bandito, for calling me out. I was hoping that would slide, and I was waiting for somebody to call me out on it because I needed to.
for calling him out.
Thank you for calling him out. That is so wonderful, great.
Ah, yes, so thanks, Cheeto.
And I hope it doesn't get you in trouble with the guys at Salty Language, because apparently they get mad when he talks to other podcasts.
I know.
Ooh, a little jealousy.
You know what?
Two-timing? Is he two-timing?
It
You
might
know-
be 3-timing, because I know he's talked to the Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks.
I'm going to lay it out there for Cheeto. If you become our number 2 fan, Doug's number 1. If you become our number 2 fan, you will never be a wannabe. You will be the Hobie guy. Just saying. I'm putting it out there, Cheeto Bandito. So let's go. Who's our next question from, Blake?
Was this in my... I don't remember this question. Did you add this one?
He added it today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nick Albright at LBR Nick.
Amazing we have sponsors.
He says, if Jeff were to ask a question,
Oh yeah. Lube me up, baby.
which question will it be?
Which question would Jeff ask? Oh yeah. To get down. What question would you ask, Jeff?
I don't know. You guys have thoughts?
He's teasing us, yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for you guys to answer.
I'm going to say Jeff's question is, how many pieces of pizza is too much?
That is a good question.
Yeah, see?
Is it a full 12 or 6?
Is it a spicy pepperoni? Or are you going with the Italian sausage? Or the yardo beef? Yeah.
I don't know what the yardo beef
Oh,
is.
you will. So, Nick, why don't you answer that question next week? How much pizza is too much?
Hey, any pizza is a personal pizza if you've got the time.
That's it? Any pizza's a personal pizza if you've got the time. You're the winner, Jeff. That's exactly what we had.
That's not a question, that's a statement.
Yeah, I know. I was saying.
Nick Albright, you answer that next week. Moving on, who do we got?
And my question actually is, why?
All right, Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666
He's not evil.
Just handled that way.
said, "Why is real in quotation marks wrestling not an Olympic event? Hashtag Team USA. Hashtag LF. Listener feedback.
Left field. I think the reason is I think a lot more people would watch Olympics if there was a lot more chairs involved, maybe
Yeah.
cage matches. You could have Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle.
But everyone would boo the Russians. They always boo the Russians. And-
Rusev could be in it. He's a
and-
Bulgarian.
and Russians don't like that.
That's true. Yeah, that could be the reason.
I don't know. You know, that'd be a perfect event because they can be steroided up and not get kicked
There
out.
is no longer steroids in the WWE.
So they say.
Except for Brock Lesnar.
Allegedly.
He's a part-time wrestler. We don't drug test him. Wait a minute, you can't do that.
Allegedly.
I will say somebody that isn't taking steroids and who is the man. He won the Universal Belt last night. Kevin Owens, baby.
I saw that he won.
Triple H came in, pedigreed Roman Reigns, pedigreed Rollins. He turned on Seth Rollins, looked at Owens and said, fucking pin him. Not really, but he said, pin him. And Owens pinned him. Owens, you the man.
I have to cheer for Owens because he's a protege of Jericho.
Yes.
And anything that Jericho brings to the table, I'll be a fan of.
Jericho tweeted today, congratulations, Kevin Owens, on becoming Universal Champion. We're going to make a great champion. Well done, Jericho. No, Owens deserves it. And now you lay the groundwork for Sami Zayn to win the Rumble, and there's your WrestleMania match. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Sami gets the redemption. If you don't know, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have been wrestling for years against each other. They were friends, became friends, turned again. In every organization, they followed each other. They're really good friends outside the script.
Out of story.
But their feud is based on Batman and Joker. And they've even mentioned we're destined to do this all the time, forever. And they keep fighting each other. And every time they raise the bar. So... I love Kevin Owens, and it was great to see him. I was worried they were going to put it on the fucking druggy Reigns because he was suspended for it. I can't say allegedly anymore. So thank you, Kevin Owens. So thank you, Triple H. Never thought I would say that, but thank you, Triple H.
Yeah, I never thought you would say that.
Nah. I actually think Triple H has a genius mind for NXT, and he's pushed a lot of the young guys now. If you haven't been wrestling before and you like wrestling, you've just been away from it, now's the time they're pushing every new person.
So I should start watching it again?
You should, actually. Cena's not in it much anymore. They're pushing the right people, and it's a lot of young guys. Now's the perfect time to catch on. So.
All right. I think I'm going to try and get back into wrestling.
Yo, yeah! Let's wrap it up. Listener feedback.
As long as they brought back
Stop it.
a Piper's Pit.
They do. Jericho does it.
Right.
Jericho does a good job. Yeah,
right,
Miz does a good job too.
Is it called Piper's Pit?
No, because he's dead.
You can do it out of respect for Rowdy.
Have you
Roddy.
seen Jericho?
Well,
He's not doing that.
Well, if he does it, as long as he beats up his guest every weekend, that's awesome. All right.
Well, time out. On the side note here,
Yeah.
Blake, you'll appreciate this. There's a 4-man elimination match last night on Raw for the Universal title because Finn Balor got hurt, so it was vacant. And they had 4 people in the ring and one guy interviewing them.
Yeah.
What do you think happened? The 4 contestants, or the 4 competitors, what do you think happened by the end of the interview segment?
They
all
already
got beat up.
started the...
They all fought!
Yeah.
There's the old school. It's like, who didn't see this coming?
Yeah.
Well, I have a question then. If Jericho's the one doing the interviews, does that mean that Kevin Owens is going to have to stand in the back with a cast on his arm?
No, like a Cowboy
Like
Bob
Cowboy
Orton.
Bob?
It could be. He's had that cast on for years. That can't be sanitary.
I think he removes it after every show.
No, he doesn't. He is playing the role. Let's wrap this up.
So, how do you really feel about that topic, Jason?
You want to talk AbFab? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, we actually didn't really discuss the Olympics, though.
That's all right. Next question will help.
Next question, Doctor Number One and Doctor Number One. Why is it every time I turn on the Olympics, it was tennis, basketball, and soccer?
Do you not have a job?
You turned it off at the wrong time because
Yeah, every time I turned it on, it was swimming and women's beach volleyball.
I saw a lot of track.
I
I saw
a
track.
lot
I
of
love track.
swimming.
I saw pole vault more this year.
I didn't see much gymnastics. I usually see a lot of that. I missed the
Did
gymnastics.
you watch it?
That was on earlier usually.
Did you watch any of the ping pong or the table tennis?
I saw
the end of
highlights.
When they were doing the slow motion ping pong, their faces that these people make playing ping pong, it's hilarious, man. That's all I got.
Is that the competition? They have to do it in slow mo.
super intense, like face they do, and it's like they're playing ping pong. They're doing Forrest Gump back and forth, you know.
So apparently, according to Jeopardy, ping pong is considered a racket sport.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, that's not a
Paddle.
racket; it's a paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can see it as a racket sport if you're going to classify it.
When they asked a question about this racket sport, blah blah blah, and like ping
Oh.
pong was my first answer. I'm like, no, ping pong doesn't use rackets; they use paddles. And then the answer was ping pong. I went, those aren't rackets.
I want to see
they're
them do.
strings.
I want to see them do the big tennis rackets next time.
I'll blame the Europeans.
Don't blame the Asians.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
that's-
great. Now we're hitting everybody. We saw what happened when we made fun of Alabama or Mississippi. I can't remember.
What happened?
Mississippi.
No,
It was
that's
Alabama.
Tennessee.
Al-
It was Nashville.
Arkansas, Louisiana. God dang it, forget it.
We made fun of Alabama.
we-
They're not listening to us anymore, so we don't want to offend the other
We lost a lot of
states
people in
yet.
Alabama. We do
We
apologize.
lost him.
But remember, it's not badminton. It's badminton.
Yeah, there's an N in there.
Yes.
Actually, we did lose more than one person in Alabama. It's just there's only one iPhone in Alabama, so they all gathered around it. It was like a campfire.
Kind of like the 50s or 40s around the radio.
Yes. What's this thing you got here? This is an iPhone. Can you make phone calls? No, but you can listen to fake radio shows. Let's do it.
So Alabama really hates us.
Send your complaints to Jason at Graphic Novice. Okay. I think that was it, right?
That's it.
Okay. Let's do a previous segment or a segment we've done in the past We haven't done it in a while.
We have not done it in a while.
One good thing. It's called One Good Thing.
And if you didn't get that by his one good thing.
One good thing.
There's a lot of negativity out there. The history of bad ideas.
Is very negative. And
No, we're very positive.
No, I'm very negative.
Shut up.
This is a way to spread positivity.
This is
though.
yes, we all about positive vibes.
I like crossbows.
So, Blake probably does not remember this segment. We take a movie or something.
We take something.
And
Something
we have to,
from pop culture.
that is universally panned as awful. Take a drink. And we try to find one good thing about it. First thing.
So people like send this into
Yes.
us and say, try and find one good thing about this.
This week, Geely.
G-E?
That's easy.
What's that?
One good thing about Geely,
The movie.
yeah, J-Lo doing
Yoga.
yoga.
That was my pick.
I was going to say just J-Lo's butt.
Okay, so that was the one good. That was easy.
That was easy. That
Good
was
job.
easy.
That was sent over 8
fine.
months ago.
Over 8 months ago, someone wanted to know that. Hopefully, they're still
If
listening.
you're still listening, we got around to it.
This
Listener
one.
feedback, give or take, 8 months.
The new
with the
intern
response.
went back and scoured the old.
Good news is we are going to do a flashback show to all of our old segments that we don't do much anymore. We're getting to it.
Flash.
Let's see. Nicolas Cage is the number 2. One good thing
One good thing.
about Nicolas Cage. I'm going to say Con Air.
You know,
God, you hurt me. That's a terrible thing.
Okay,
I couldn't
fine.
Find one good thing about Con
Okay,
Air when
fine.
we did
Fine.
that.
The Rock. The movie The Rock.
you know, Sunday night, National Treasure was on, and Female Perspective made me watch it.
And
I fell asleep.
it
I
wasn't.
was trying to go to bed.
And
National
Diane
Tre-
Kruger is worth watching.
The
She
first
was.
National Treasure is not bad.
It's
not
actually
bad.
all right.
It really
and it's got
isn't, but-
Sean Bean, and he doesn't die in the end.
I know.
I do
He
like
gets
how they're
caught, though.
so protective with the Constitution, but then you get to the halfway through, they're using gloves and then plastic. By the second one, they're using hands and just throwing it across the
throwing it
water.
around. Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
I think it's going to
Hey, wait a
disintegrate.
minute, if you're dousing that in lemon juice,
I don't think it's going to survive.
All right, my one good thing on Nicolas Cage
and
is
how could there be this huge cavernous thing underneath New York City with the subways and shit? Come on.
That's where you did shoot.
Come on. That's where I lost it, right there. Come on.
You stealing the Constitution is one thing.
I'm gonna say Raising Arizona. That's the one good thing with Nicolas Cage.
I agree.
I'm going to say, I'm going to change. I'm not going to do a movie. I'm going to do he's a comic book geek.
Well, wait a minute. I like
Nicolas Cage.
Raising
No, he gives
Arizona.
Comic Book Geek's a bad name. That's why I can't.
I like Raising Arizona, but it wasn't because Nicolas Cage was in it.
No, it wasn't because he
Holly
was in it.
Hunter?
There's nothing I like because he was in it, but he actually pulls off his role. And he
Yeah.
actually his, well, it's tough to say, style of acting
Yeah,
worked for that movie.
it did.
You know, the monotone, can't really deliver lines well. It worked for that character.
It was good. Yeah. All right. I will agree. Raising Arizona. I was going to change it to when he was known as Nicholas Coppola.
Because you keep bringing that up.
Because
you know what? Nicolas
was
Cage wants
credited.
us to forget that. Blake won't let it.
I won't let that drop. He was credited as Nicholas Coppola.
Better director than Sofia Coppola.
No.
No.
So there's your one good thing. If you got something, send it to hobiepod@gmail.com.
So it was actually kind of easy this time
Yeah, this
around.
week was. Send your one good thing in. I'm looking at you, number one fan Doug. I'm looking at you, RJ Holt. You guys watch a lot of crap. Help us out.
Hey, I'm looking at you,
lot
Jordan.
of crap.
You won a
book.
another book contest. Give us a one good thing.
That doesn't do us.
Yeah, that doesn't really make a good noise flipping the book by the mic.
Or if you never sent something in, send one in.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Okay, let's get this going here. Doug Lyman,
Lyman?
Edge of Tomorrow, will direct Justice League Dark, a.k.a. Dark Universe. There is speculation if Justice League Dark would even get off the ground once original director Guillermo del Toro parted ways with the project. Variety just announced that Warner Brothers has replaced him with Lyman.
Didn't he do the Firstborn movie?
He did Born Identity, and he did Edge of Tomorrow. Those story details are under wraps for now. The site does confirm the team will consist of
There it is on the next page.
Yep. The Bourne Identity. Yeah. It will be John Constantine. So that WB show will not happen now.
Oh, really?
Probably not. Swamp Thing, Dead Man, Zatanna, and Ectring the Demon. Ectring?
Etrigan?
Thank you, the Demon. I've seen him, he was in the comic book when DC did the New 52. He was decent. I have no problem with that. Piers Lyman will no longer direct Fox's Gambit movie. So, Gambit has now lost 2 directors for those keeping score at home.
All right.
Gambit's never happening, people.
It might happen in 2038.
Tates, we got an open spot for you on the show.
You can sit right here.
We do not lose directors. We're not going anywhere. We love you, Tates. You could even Skype in once in a while, but the requirement is you have to come into the studio. My wife may listen then.
Yeah. Or she may even come down.
She may.
She'll only listen if you go Facebook Live and do
Abs of Tate
stripping or something.
Abs of Tate. I would like to know why Guillermo del Toro keeps getting replaced on directing jobs.
I feel like his vision in everything is so big.
So big or so weird?
Maybe.
Oh,
He was-
the producers who have like tight reins should never hire Guillermo del Toro because he wants to do his thing.
Yeah.
What was
It's
Mouth-
kind of like Edgar Wright and Ant-Man type thing.
He was linked to Mouth of Madness. What was that movie? At the Mountain of Madness or
It
whatever.
sounded real cool, and I'm trying to remember.
By the Lovecraft stuff. And he was directed for that for a while. And Blake, are you getting stripping?
No, I'm trying to scratch my back. There's no back scratcher here.
I thought you were trying to compare your
abs to the
Tate.
abs to, Blake's lifting his shirt here and
My
shaking it.
My abs are a little more marshmallowy.
I have a keg. Anyway, so let's just say Gambit will never happen. Guillermo del Toro is doing Pacific Rim 2, though.
As long as it's big robots fighting alien creatures, he's okay.
Better than Michael Bay.
Charlie Hunnam is not coming back for that, though. So, number 2, NBC has bought the
NBC.
rights to The Ark. A high concept, I'll use that loosely, drama spec from Robert Zemeckis Image Movers. The project, a grounded, sounds right, modern retelling of the Noah's Ark story, because that's a grounded one in the book.
Well, wasn't that called Evan Almighty?
From the Bible centers on an engineer who, after the death of his wife, has a vision to construct a ship capable of sustaining life in space. When the build happens,
Space! I get it now.
when the build happens to coincide with the coming end of the world, he is one lucky bastard. Look at that timing. The engineer realizes there may be a larger story at play. The Ark originated at 20th Century TV's cable division, Fox 21 TV Studios, then migrated to the broadcast studio when it was determined that the drama was better suited to network TV. Or they're just like, this can't work. Let's put it on
But they
network.
didn't go to Fox's network and went to NBC.
That's why I said they went to NBC because they knew it wouldn't work.
Well, Fox wouldn't give it time anyway. They'd cancel it after 3 episodes because it didn't. This high concept didn't get a
And the
following.
pilot would be the third in the whole series of the
Yeah.
show.
Then they'd wait till the end to show the pilot. It's a goofy thing that they do over there at Fox. We love you, Fox.
The Ark's getting a lot of play.
is.
It had Evan Almighty. It had
Noah's Ark.
it had Noah's Ark.
Noah.
Noah.
Noah. Yeah.
Yeah, Noah. And then, of course, the completion of the quote-unquote
Museum,
Creation Museum actual life-size Ark.
In Kentucky.
That had,
40
that had
throw from
dinosaurs on it.
Yes, it does. You should
2
go
of
on.
every animal.
Creation Museum in Kentucky built an Ark, 7 stories high. You should really go to it. It is impressive that they built it with
It is
wood and
pretty
that,
impressive.
but then there's dinosaurs on it. So,
Yeah.
So my question is, they got the Ark. Do they have like the unicorns outside the Ark drowning?
no.
The dinosaurs ate the unicorns.
But my question is, if there's
because
dinosaurs,
Noah wasn't really good at putting animals, separating by predators and herbivores and carnivores. And the dinosaurs ate the unicorns.
He should have learned how to play the game Evolution.
Yes.
Raptor was next to the horse. It was a bad sign.
That was not good. No.
My question is, if the dinosaurs are on the Ark, why are they not alive now? I'm not trying to get,
Because they're oil.
oh, but it happened right after the Ark. I'm confused. So yeah, Let's see.
They were jettisoned when they needed to get rid of extra weight.
Maybe they're in space.
They were the Jetsam they pushed overboard.
It's like on a cruise ship, you get rid of the trash.
That's right. They're the aliens sending that mysterious beacon to us.
Dinosaurs
from outer
in
space.
space.
The arc. Here's the thing. I think it could work if the first season, the whole idea is you're building this and you're learning about this catastrophe. First season ends with the catastrophe happening and the ship going up into space. The rest of the series for the next whatever seasons, well, it's NBC, so one more season. You just have a space story.
So I would love to see him
On the
getting
ship.
all the animals
And
together.
then it turns
for his
out
arc.
that it's just the prelude to Battlestar Galactica.
There you go. I like that.
There you go.
So it really wasn't Earth at all. It was one
Exactly.
of the Galactica planets.
And that's how we come to be where we are today.
Actually, spoiler. Yeah, because Battlestar Galactica comes back to the
past.
Earth.
Yeah, it's in the past.
Spoiler. Let's see. Sad news. Harry Fujiwara.
Why aren't we on the storyboards? That's what I want to know.
Why aren't we in
Why
the
aren't we
boardrooms?
Why aren't we in the writer's room? Exactly.
Because we actually have some clever ideas.
Exactly.
Small, but some clever.
Because we never get past the casting couch. We're too ugly.
But you're writers. I know, but you can't be in here. You're not attractive enough. Come on, you got Janine Garofalo in there. Come on. I'm cuter than her.
Oh, I thought you meant Gene Garofalo was on the Ark.
No. I'm cuter than Kevin James. Come on. Okay, fine. You got a job, but you're writing for Kevin James' news story. Go back to the job.
I'll go back to podcasting.
Mr. Fuji died this past Sunday
Harry
morning.
Fujiwara.
Yes.
I remember old Mr. Fuji.
He had the cane.
He was
He's
a
one of the legends.
diabolical man.
He was 82. WWE released a statement that they were saddened to hear that he passed away. He was born in Honolulu in 1935.
So he's actually Hawaiian. Mm-hmm. Mr. Fuji was not Japanese. I think they played him off as a Japanese menace.
I don't know. He might have been of Japanese descent in Hawaii.
Yokozuna,
Could be,
the
you're
500-pound Japanese sumo wrestler, was actually Samoan, but that didn't stop them from putting Vince McMahon being great about that.
It's all about writing.
He shortened his name to Mr. Fuji. His real name's Fujiwara. Oh, he's been gone. He was wrestling in various regional wrestling companies. 1972, he joined Vince McMahon's WWF, forming a tag team with Professor Toru Tanaka. During his era, Fuji became known for his signature move, throwing salt in the eyes of his opponents.
Yes, he did.
Nicknamed, and he was earning the name the Devious
one. You know, that whole throwing salt in the eyes of opponents actually probably comes from the sumo, because before they do the sumo, they throw salt on
Around the ring.
around the ring before they go.
That's for good luck, isn't it?
Interesting. Yeah, ward away bad spirits. And
Yeah. After retiring, he resided in Tennessee, where he operated a training dojo until 2001. He also worked for the local movie theater down there. And I'm not kidding about that. He was inducted
as a
into the...
melodramatic actor.
No, he was an usher. I'm not kidding. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2007. And he worked on VS Farm, taking care of the chickens until his passing.
Oh, so he collected the eggs.
Yes.
The devious one.
So, a moment of silence for Mr. Fuji. We hardly knew ye. And some quick ones here. Quickies. Community star Donald Glover was asked to weigh in on recent rumors that he's being eyed to take the role of a young Lando Calrissian in the upcoming Star Wars spin-off movie about Han Solo. Yep, there are rumors, he said. I mean, I grew up on it. My dad was a big fan. I had all the toys when I was little. I had a Darth Vader with the lightsaber that he has. It was cool. It's a dynasty. It's like the Bible. I love that franchise.
They asked to comment on the rumors. He said, yep, there are rumors.
Yes.
Yep.
I could see him playing
I could see
Lando.
him playing Lando. I can.
Now, does he? Is he playing Lando when he loses the Millennium Falcon?
I
in
think
the
that
card
has to
game?
play into it.
Has to be.
Are you interested in a Han Solo trilogy, though? That's what they're doing.
I'm really.
They're doing a whole trilogy?
Yeah.
I'm really. It's a trilogy now.
Yeah.
I'm very nervous about just one Han
Yeah.
Solo prelude. I would rather they keep it like Rogue One.
Yeah. A
You know,
standalone.
standalones.
That was the original
Characters-
idea.
Yeah,
So-
characters that you
So they're
know.
going to explore the whole how Han and Chewie got together storyline. I would rather them just left that as it happened.
Solo
we
is
don't
a
need to
good
see
character as a mystery.
It. Exactly.
You don't need that much. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I was not too impressed. Let's see here. Vincent D'Onofrio and Dean Norris from Breaking Bad have joined Bruce Willis and Paramount and MGM's revamp of the 1974 Charles Bronson film Death Wish. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Eli Roth is directing the picture, which follows a man named Paul Kersey, Bruce Willis, whose life is destroyed by a violent crime against his wife and daughter. Frustrated by the bad guys were not brought to justice for the violence and
So this is Die Hard Death Wish.
Yes. Starts hunting for the perpetrators himself. I feel like this actually could be based on Bruce Willis's real life. He was a crime against his wife and daughter. That would be Ashton Kutcher.
So he's going after Ashton
Searches
Kutcher.
them out.
Going after Ashton Kutcher.
D'Onofrio will play Willis's brother in the film. Norris is set to play Detective Raines. Why?
So none of them are the bad guys, huh?
Why are we doing this? Why?
Because Hollywood has no
honestly,
original ideas
you're-
anymore.
If you're remaking a movie, Death Wish is probably one you should remake versus
Bruce
other
Willis is
things you
cranky
shouldn't
enough.
touch.
He's cranky enough.
He can squint.
Let's see here. Also, a quick thing on our History of Bad Ideas at Facebook page. Basically, there's some questions going on that there's some BS and some boo going on about Jordan winning the book this year, the contest. We apologize. That was it. You saw the drawing. You saw the roll.
It was all legit.
Yep. So apologize for everybody, but we'll try again.
I don't apologize.
No, I don't
Jordan
either.
won
Jordan won fair and square. It was a dice. It was a dice.
They all had a 1 in 12 chance.
Yeah.
Now Jordan is actually tasked. He has to read the book now.
Yes, he does. Zombies.
And he has to review it.
Yes. We actually got a lot of people on Twitter saying that they would like to read it. Well, at least some.
If you want to read it, you can go out and buy it.
Yes. Zombies, the
You
true
can find
story.
it on Amazon
of
or
the
any
Titanic
other
disaster.
places online you can buy
Writ-
books.
written
or
by-
if you really want to read it, maybe get a hold of
Jeff
Jordan.
Morton? Oh, yeah.
Get a hold of Jordan and say, when you're done with it, send it to me and I'll read it.
No, go buy a new copy.
A new copy. Help to scab Jeff out.
But don't look for him by Scab Jeff. You have to look at him by his legitimate name.
Jeff Morris.
Jeff Morris. Amazon.com.
Zombies, the true story of the Titanic. And there you go. There's your news of the geek.
I'm looking forward to coming to the Cincinnati Expo. And you know something? It's the last one I'm planning to come to in the Midwest. So what a great way to finish them off. The Cincinnati Expo. I'll be there.
Are you tired of wasted Friday nights? Clubbing with friends and hot chicks like me?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, well, you would be because you go out all the time clubbing. I'm not allowed to go to the clubs.
This is true.
Are you sick of fun conversations at the bar with hunky bartenders?
No, not really, because I'm a dude.
You know what? I am sick of it because they always try to pick me up for some reason, Johnny.
Sounds like you need to spend an evening in the park, drinking with Neil and Johnny.
I love drinking in the park with you, Johnny, even though you're the one that does most of the drinking or all of it.
Dude, thanks for buying the rounds. I mean, you know, it's really good. You're a good friend.
You're my best friend.
No, we're good. We're friends. We're good friends.
Best
We're
friend.
like acquaintances, really.
You're my best friend.
Is the liquor store still open? Because maybe we should do another run.
Anything for my best friend.
Thanks, Fred.
Best friend.
Thanks, bud. Okay, great.
Best.
Join Neil and Johnny every Friday night as they talk about stuff while drinking in the park. Listen on NeilAndJohnny.com, DroidsCanada.com, and on the Tangent Bound Podcast Network. Bananas.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, the box office bombs this week. Well, we're starting off the story with some more Ben-Hur.
Wah, wah.
If it didn't bomb bad enough last week, this week, $4.5 million, falling to 10th place in just its second week. A total of $19 million domestic and $41 worldwide on a $100 million budget, which it probably even cost more than $100 million. So Ben-Hur in the running for the floppy for Bomb of the Year.
I think you probably should have won the floppy bomb of the year.
And we'll find out in December.
That's right. Stay with us, fans. What else we got, Jeff?
Number 1 this week in our top 5 of the week, Don't Breathe made $26 million on a 9.9.
9.9.
The reason why I put that intern put that in there is such a weird budget. 9.9 million.
Yeah, not 10 million.
Nope. You're not allowed to go over 10.
Nope.
No matter what.
9.9.
Okay,
They had to cash in under 10 million. So
they could take home that last 100,000.
So,
but you know what? I like to see small, independent, creative. Fortunately, in the recent years, it's been the small little horror
it's
genres.
all horror movies, unfortunately.
Horror movies that come up with fresh ideas, and they do great. Look, budget 9.9.
It actually got good reviews, too.
26 million.
Don't Breathe.
And it's number 1.
Yeah,
the critics even liked it.
I actually thought it looked intriguing, and I don't like horror movies, but that
I've
one intrigued
never
me.
seen a trailer for this film.
I have. It's a little different.
I've seen a commercial, like the 30-second.
I just have never seen even a commercial.
Scary old blind men.
Okay.
Second this week, Suicide Squad, making $12 million for a total of $283 million on a $175 million budget. Now, 283, that's just domestically, right?
Yes.
So it's getting...
It's past 500 million, I think, worldwide.
Yeah.
I think so.
So I'd consider that a success.
Good for it. It wasn't horrible. It was good. It was decent. I give it a B.
Minus,
Sorry, time. Yeah.
Really?
Actually, I gave it a C+.
Yeah, really? Because I didn't really like it. It fell flat. I'll give it a B.
B, yeah. B.
Third this week is Kubio and the Two Strings. Made another $8 million, a total of $25 million on a $60 million budget. I think they're probably a little disappointed in that because it looked like it had potential, but doesn't look like people want to see it in droves.
It was number 5 last week. It actually moved up.
Oh, so maybe they're starting to... Well, it moved up because nothing else made money this week.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll stick around and stay there for a while.
Ben-Hur would have been happy if it just stayed in place instead of falling to 10th.
Sausage Party made $7.7 million, a total of $80 million on its underestimated $20 million budget. That budget will go up when the animators win their lawsuit.
Lawsuit pending. I want to see Sausage Party.
I still want to see it.
I'd like to see it.
And Mechanic Resurrection made $7.5 million on its opening week on a $40 million budget.
This is not a bomb. And the reason is it's doing okay overseas.
The first one must have because it didn't do that well here for a sequel.
They said it's doing pretty well overseas, and the studio made it for the overseas market.
I can see that.
So it's a little more intellectual.
Oh yeah, Jason. When I think Jason Statham, I think, man, he could play Einstein.
So we should ask Chris and Kev over at 365 Flicks.
Mm-hmm.
What's the review for Mechanic Resurrection?
Yeah, we should ask them that.
Could you guys do a review of that? Good chaps over at 365.
Since it was made for the foreign market.
Yes. Speaking of good chaps, Blake, you are going to be guesting on a podcast this week.
Yes. This week I'll be on 40 going on 14. Mm-hmm. We've been podcast friends with them ever since we started, pretty much, right?
Pretty much.
And we're going to be doing a review of Adventures in Babysitting. They like to do theme topic shows, and what their theme for that show is Adventures in Babysitting, the original versus the remake that Nickelodeon made this year.
Okay. Could you ask them what their lowest rated show is? Because the topic on their lowest rated show is? I'm just curious, because they do topic specific. And if some people don't like a topic, they won't listen. That's why we just do a lot of bullshit and throw it at the fan.
Yeah, so you all have to listen and be disappointed when it's over.
But they do a good job.
We just throw as much mud to the fan as possible, and when it hits and sticks,
That's right.
We just celebrate.
But I'm just curious to see what their lowest show is. They may not have that, but I'm just wondering what their topic was.
Yeah,
I'm figuring wrestling was their top.
Yeah, they did a
Did they do a wrestling?
Wrestling.
I missed the wrestling show.
Yeah, I said, I wish you would have known. I would have come on this one. They're like, that was over 100 episodes ago. Oh, yeah, this is a flashback one. Never mind. Throwback Thursday. My bad.
So I think the one that I was most interested in that they've done in the past several weeks was when they compared the Bad News Bears.
Oh.
The original Bad News Bears to the remake with Billy Bob Thornton. And my user feedback that I sent into them for that was that if the original movie had, domestic violence, had child abuse, it had underage sex, insinuated underage sex, it had underage alcohol consumption, drugs, it had language, children using bad language, it had
so it was the 70s.
Racist words, it was 70s. Yeah,
or Woody Allen birthday party.
Woody Allen birthday. It had drunk driving.
Yeah.
It had, and I was like, you would not be able to make that movie today. I don't think in this politically charged atmosphere that we have, because people would protest it. Oh, I can't believe
Kaepernick wouldn't go.
Yeah, well, no, not that. But that's as enjoyable that movie is, and sometimes there's some sad points about it. But anybody that grew up, as a kid in the 70s or 80s in that child atmosphere, sometimes with we've all seen The Crazy Parents, with the kids and all that kind of stuff. Pretty good movie. I like it. I just wish they didn't remake all them damn sequels.
Okay.
Or make all them sequels.
You want them to remake the
sequels?
sequels?
I said...
you want a remake of the Bad News Bears?
I just
go
wish
to
they
Japan?
wouldn't make all those sequels. Yeah, the Bad News go to Japan and everything
Breaking
else.
Training when they go to the Houston Astrodome.
I like the Astrodome one.
I want to see them remake that one now.
With the Astrodome.
Yeah,
well, they have to
Astrodome.
ask the car salesman, Joel Olstein, to move out, because he's there now. Joel, I appreciate you're doing this eulogy thing, but we need to play a game. Let them play. Let them play. I'm praying up here. I heal ya. I heal ya, Jesus.
Oh my! All right, so we record this week. It'll probably be out next week. So yeah, look for 40 going on 14. Give them a listen.
Okay.
But don't get addicted to them because we want you listening to us.
This is the first time Blake has been on a podcast without us.
Yeah.
Ooh, your first.
Well done, Blake.
Yeah,
Look at you branching out.
I feel guilty.
I feel like a lot of big things are happening lately.
Yeah.
A lot of big things.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Actually, I'll go on there. All my answers will be just one word. Yes.
That wasn't a yes/no question. Yes.
So how did you feel about yes?
No.
Oh.
So when do you post your history of podcast, history of bad ideas podcast? What days do you come out on? No.
Oh, I thought we were watching the Adventures in Babysitting during the podcast. I didn't watch them. Sorry.
So what's your opinion? Yes.
The first 10 minutes is really good. I'm still watching it right now. Hold on. Why is Jonah Hill in this?
Oh, channel got switched. Sorry.
What's your observation about this point, Blake? I don't know what to do with my hands.
What?
Other news, September 23rd through 25th, please join us at Cincinnati Comic Expo. Go to CincinnatiComicExpo.com. We will be there.
You're going to ask Stan Lee. Mary Jane.
Is
Marijuana
it based,
reference?
I will ask him that. I will get to that.
That's all I want to know. Excelsior.
I'm going to, by request from about 15 people that have liked and retweeted, I'm going to ask Ivy Doom Kitty, some questions. So I'm going to try to get a picture taken with her. She's a cosplayer. That's a popular thing on Twitter today at Bad Ideas Podcast. So, yes. On Twitter. But, we will be there. We will be asking, again, some interviews. We'll be walking around. We're doing a Facebook Live. I know Jeff won't like that, but I don't care. I'll do it. The Dip Man's going to be with us.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of fun there.
What? No.
We're going to have some guests. And
The Dip Man.
That's September 23rd through 25th. If you are going, please tweet us at Bad Ideas Podcast. Or let us know on our Facebook page at The History of Bad Ideas. Let us know that you're going to be there, and we can. You can always come on to our show. We will be more than happy to have guests on throughout the day, and you will be probably on our podcast later on. But yeah, stop by, say hi, and if you're in the Cincinnati area. So there you go. Let's. What's upcoming? Sorry, Jeff, we cut you off. What's upcoming for the September 1st for the movies?
I have never heard about. Morgan. And The Light Between the Oceans.
Light Between the Oceans is a film it's a boat that gets shipwrecked.
It's based on Moses.
No.
It's a Moses story.
It's an ark. It's an ark story.
Oh.
That's called Morgan, actually. That's really odd.
Yeah, it's Michael Fassbender and Rachel Weisz.
Ship gets boat gets wrecked. This baby comes aboard, or well, it's like a 2-year-old, or I don't even know, like less than that.
This baby, comes to them in a wicker basket. Its name is Moses.
No, it's not a Moses, but it's a female washed up upon this island. They
upon the island?
Washed.
Shut
up. I have a speech.
It's a couple running a lighthouse.
Yeah,
I guess.
And they find this baby.
It washes up on shore. It's a female Moses.
And later on, years later, like 8-10 years later, this female comes to the island and
frees the Egyptians?
No, and she's like,
Yes.
I had a baby that I was on this boat, and I never, found out what happened to her.
Yeah.
And it was around this area. Wait a minute.
And your child's the same age as mine.
And
or
looks
would've been.
identical
He looks
to
like
me. So then there's this big thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal because it's the Fassbender and Weiss, have been trying to have their own child.
Raising their own.
And then all of a sudden this baby shows up, female Moses baby shows up, and they raise it as their own. And the lady comes by and says, I need her to set my people free.
It's a nature versus nurture thing. So.
Okay, Morgan. Anyone know what that one's about?
Morgan stars Kate Mara, who's a sister of Rooney Mara.
Yes.
Great success.
She's a good-looking lady, by the way.
She was great in Fantastic Four.
Great.
If anything was great in Fantastic Four, it was probably her.
That's
Michael
right.
Jordan.
That's right. Actually, she's got quite a credit list behind her, but she is a risk management consultant. And from what we understand of the movie, she has to decide upon whether or not they extinguish an artificial human that I guess gets out of control or poses a threat.
What?
So in order to save them, they put it in a little wicker basket and it ends up on this lighthouse. with this couple that decides to raise the artificial human by themselves.
Unfortunately, the human is like 18 or 20 already, so they're still trying to raise him.
It's called Moses.
Encino Man 2.
All right. Well, that's what's upcoming this week.
Not Moses. It's called, because there's a female, it's called Moises.
Okay. Well, I hope you're ready for buy or sell.
Let's go from that to human trafficking.
Would you buy or sell Stephen Lang
stock
or Jane Levy?
I don't know who either of these two are.
I wait for you to tell me.
Stephen Lang, he's an Avatar. He's going to be in Avatar 2, 3, and 4.
And he's in Don't Breathe. They're both in Don't Breathe.
They're both in Don't Breathe.
Like, the name Jane Levy sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
That's Eugene Levy, is what you're thinking of.
Oh, that could be it.
Did you see his Eugene Levy and those guys, Christopher Guest?
Maybe I'm thinking of Jane Leaves from Frasier.
Oh, God, please don't.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, no, she was the housekeeper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I liked her. Okay.
We.
Do you see Eugene Levy and Christopher Guest? They're doing the improv show. Well, it's all improv. Mascots. They're doing a TV series. It's on Netflix now.
Oh, yeah,
or it's coming next November. Sorry, it's coming. And it's about the mascots. They're all from different colleges and that. And they're trying to compete for the mascot of the year.
Like another mockumentary?
It's best of the show mockumentary type.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's on Netflix in November, I think it is.
And it's going to be a running show?
They did a season of it already.
Okay, now I didn't know if it was a show or a movie. So
I think it's I'll double check. Let me make sure. Maybe it is a movie.
Netflix does do movies too.
I will double check.
Unfortunately, I saw The Ridiculous Six.
Mm-hmm. How about the Cobbler one?
Okay.
It's a movie. I apologize. It is a movie.
Okay.
Sports mascots reveal the peculiarities, whatever, of the ultra competitive world as they pursue the highest honor in their field, the Gold Fluffy. Good that it's not floppy.
I know. We'd have to assume if it was a floppy.
Some new people in this cast: Christopher Guest, Jane Lynch, Parker Posey, Bob Balaban, Fred Willard, Jennifer Coolidge. Wait a minute.
Coolidge.
John Michael Higgins, and Chris O'Dowd. So Chris O'Dowd is the new one.
Okay, I was going to say that's all their favorite actors that collaborate.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Good.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Okay. Well,
rebuy
Stephen
yourself.
Lang's going to be in Avatar. Maybe I should buy him now.
2, 3, and 4.
And he might be
They'll
in cable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I'll buy.
Go ahead and
Because I
buy.
Yeah, he
Buy.
should be low now because
Yeah.
no one knows who he is.
Exactly. Buy. Yeah.
Jane Eugene Levy.
Jane Levy. She's going to be in the new Twin Peaks.
Sell.
Buy.
I don't think that
I don't
movie,
think
that
it's
show's
gonna-
ever going to get on.
I don't think it's going to take off. Other than she's probably inexpensive, or her stock is inexpensive.
I'm buying.
They said she might be the breakout star of the show.
There you go. Bing.
I don't know who.
It's a low investment.
I give it a B-. I'm going no.
Low risk, high reward.
It's a penny stock. Top 5 this week is on a sad note. It's from the great Gene Wilder passed away this week.
This week, yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I think it was.
Yeah. Pretty tough.
I'm not trying to be morbid. I really thought he passed away like last year, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like I really thought he did.
I think he
No,
was
he's
sick
sick.
or was acknowledged that he was ill.
Yeah,
but-
he's been out of the public spotlight for several years, and it turns out that he was actually battling Alzheimer's disease.
Is that what it was? I never.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a horrible disease. Mm-hmm. So this week, in honor of Gene, we're doing the top 5 Gene Wilder films. So,
I have a feeling that a lot of our top 5s are going to overlap really quick.
I feel like there's going to be
Overlap, and we'll be eliminating things probably.
I feel like there's going to be a quick.
Yeah.
Could be a quick top 5, and
That's
you know,
okay.
if you're not a Gene Wilder fan, there's some really great stuff to go out there and watch.
Jeff, why don't you go first this week?
Oh, I get to go first.
Yeah,
Okay.
you haven't gone first many times.
All right. Well, I'll go. My number 5 will be everything I've always wanted to know about sex, but we're afraid to ask. His scene in that was particularly funny and made my number 5.
What was the scene in that? I can't remember.
He was the doctor who had his patient come in telling him that he was in love with his sheep. And then by the end of the scene, he was in love with the sheep.
Gene Wilder was? Yeah, the doctor was.
Oh, that's right. See, I remember that. Like, I remember watching that movie, but I couldn't put it on my top 5 because I don't remember anything about it. But now you do. Yeah.
I can't remember anything about it. I just remember it being long.
Yeah.
And it was Woody Allen,
With
right?
Woody Allen
The
movie,
Woody Allen-ish stuff.
I mean,
I just
specifically the Gene
remember-
Wilder scene is the only part I like from it.
I just remember, weren't they like both hopping in an egg and they both had separate orgasms together in the egg machine or
there was
something?
one- yeah,
Some
something like
goofy
that.
thing.
That's the one
I
they.
wish I would have kept watching because then I would have seen the Gene Wilder scene and probably had fun with it.
Yeah, that's the scene they always show at like awards banquets when they're talking about Woody Allen from that movie. They're always talking about the sperm and the egg and all that stuff.
Well, the egg he was talking about was something different than the sperm, I think.
Wasn't there a sperm and an egg in it too?
No,
there was the sperm where they're all like,
Pushing
soldiers
against.
getting ready to
That's
go.
what it was.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
And
Getting
Woody
launched.
Allen's like the nebbish little, oh, I don't know what to do.
Typical
And
Woody
that's by
Allen.
Woody Allen. And but then there's another scene where like Sex in the Future, they went into these contraptions and were separate to have sex.
Oh, it's like
I think-
Demolition Man.
Could be.
They use VR and virtual reality.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I had my you stole my number ready. That was the whole you bastard thing. I was
Yeah.
like, as soon as you say one, you're like, you bastard.
Yeah, you didn't have that one though. I didn't
No, I
think you had a
didn't
Woody
have that
Allen
one.
movie on your list.
What's your
But that's a scene of a movie he's in.
Still counts.
So
Alright,
I'll put
count.
it this way:
Okay.
there wasn't a whole lot for me to choose from
Yeah.
because there were I didn't see a lot of his movies. B, some of them that I did see, I don't even remember anything about them other than not liking them when I did see them. So top 3, easy for me. Tough on the other 2.
So your
to be
top
honest.
3 is probably similar to mine then.
Probably.
What's your number 5, Blake?
My number 5 was back from 1984. I liked it. It was The Woman in Red.
Oh.
It had Grodin in it, and of course it had Kelly LeBrock
Yeah, see,
when she was hot
I
and dancing
remember-
on hoods of cars and car videos.
that wasn't
That was
Kelly
before that.
LeBrock.
That was-
Okay, yeah.
That was Tawny Katane.
Oh wait, hold on. No, Kelly LeBrock. Well,
That was
Kelly
Sue-
LeBrock
the
was
movie,
the
yeah.
weird science chick.
Yeah,
right?
she was a weird
okay.
science chick.
Yeah, her.
She's with Sugi Knight.
And,
Yeah.
and she was doing the "Don't Hate Me Because I'm Beautiful" commercials. Was that her?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically he's a married guy, and you know he has this like crush on this woman in red, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Just, I mean,
I think I
Pretty
saw the
funny.
movie, but I don't remember anything about it, so I couldn't put it on the list. I'm
that's
like,
why it's my number 5.
yeah, I'm like, did I see that? I
It's a
couldn't
good
even
movie.
tell you what the plot
it's
is.
worthwhile.
I thought I saw it.
My number 5 is a little bit out there. I pulled a Jeff. I went Police Academy. He wasn't in it, but Steve Guttenberg was, and I really like Steve Guttenberg. So I'm going with number 5 is Police Academy. You have tomatoes and onions. I fucking have Police Academy at number 5.
What about
Okay.
And I actually wrote it down. Police.
Police Academy. All right.
Because there was not enough to fill out top 5 for me.
what about Crossbows?
If I can't go Gene Wilder, I'll go Steve Guttenberg.
Everybody loves the Goots. And still high
There's a
spirits,
lot of
but you
good
know.
Gene Wilder out there, and he's such a kind guy. I mean, what you saw is what you got with the guy.
See, same thing with Goots.
Yeah, a little different level, I think.
Let's see, number 4, I hate the movie, but I guess it was top 5 favorite Gene Wilder films. I was just applauding his acting.
Okay.
Willy Wonka. I hate Willy Wonka, but he does a great job in it.
That's my number 1.
Is it?
That's
Yep.
my number 3.
I hate Willy Wonka.
I do. I've never understood the appeal of it, but he does a hell of a job.
Well, that's why it's my number 1. It's by far. I don't even watch the movie. Doesn't start until he comes on screen.
Yeah.
But he is just so great in that movie, and if you want to respect what he does, he is.
He plays
perfect.
the Joker
All right.
without the paint.
Okay, now hold on a 2nd. Have either of you guys been in an advanced placement English class, literature?
No.
And you were never,
I was in
you
high
never
school.
had to you never had to read Willy Wonka and
No,
the Chocolate Factory?
we did not.
It's a by the book movie, pretty much.
You
Really?
Yeah.
you had to read that in advanced placement. I
Yeah.
read it, got it out of the library.
AP English.
Oh, well, sorry, tough guy. Okay.
No, the.
Well, then
Charlie
how
and the
come you didn't
Chocolate
answer beforehand? Because then you would know that the movie literally is
Well,
a
I know
very
it's
good
based on a book.
representation
I was
of the
trying to
book.
figure out what your.
Oh,
I'm like
Because we
I
actually
read the
had-
book like in 7th grade.
there you go.
I don't know.
Then,
You're
then
reading
why
this in
was
AP
it a better
English?
experience for you then?
Leave our public school system out of it.
I'm serious. That's an AP English
That
book.
was an AP English book.
I never read
miss
it.
Something from there or something? Maybe it was over my head and I
Obviously,
didn't realize it.
but you still made it number 1, didn't you?
Well, the movie.
Yeah.
It was a great movie.
Where do you think the movie came from?
It came from the producers of the movie. I
Came
know
from the
it's
book.
based on a book, and I know they did the.
Jeff, I would probably be careful. You're wearing a red shirt, and if Star Trek taught me anything, you're going to be expendable tonight. So be careful over there.
Yeah, no. But if Deadpool taught me anything,
Oh.
they're red so they don't see the blood.
That's true.
There you go.
Yeah, so that was my number 4.
No, that was my number 1.
That was my number 3.
Put it on the board.
it on the
I
Blake,
knew you were going to ruin it. I didn't think it would be that soon.
and I wasn't.
Well,
I really didn't think that was going to be our number
on
1.
somebody's list.
I didn't think it was going to be
number.
I didn't think it was going to be number 1.
Has to be, and it provided us the best meme ever.
Yes.
Which one was that?
The Willy Wonka.
It's like,
snarky.
oh, so you think, yeah, the snarky one where
Oh,
got
yeah,
his
when he's
you know, the
smiling.
most recent one is, oh, so you used me in a Hillary Clinton meme. Look how that turned out for me.
Down the hall.
Dead.
Let's see. Go ahead. You're number 4, Blake.
My number 4, probably the only movie that I liked him with Richard Pryor in. That was Stir Crazy.
That was an honorable mention. It wasn't on my top 5. I had Police Academy.
No, I didn't have any of the prior ones on my list. I wasn't a big fan of those. And like I said, I don't even remember the plots to them. I know I think I saw all of them, even See No Evil, Hear No Evil, but I just couldn't get into them for whatever reason. So they didn't make my list.
All right, so this is the most non-interesting Jeff top 5 list, right?
Yes.
It's basically what we're getting.
Did you get tomatoes and onions next?
No,
tomatoes
mine
and
are all
onions.
movies that
Okay.
had Gene Wilder in it.
What's your number 4, Jeff?
My number 4 is Bonnie and Clyde.
The little scene when he comes in and he's the comic relief.
Yeah, I didn't even remember he was in it until I was investigating my list. I'm like, I like the movie Bonnie and Clyde, and he was in it. And then I saw a scene that he was in. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Gene Wilder was in that. It's number 4.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Young Frankenstein.
It's my number 2, asshole.
It's the number 1.
Well, obviously.
Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein. Froderick. Frankenstein.
Great film.
That's my number 1.
It's my number 2.
It's my number 1 because out of all those movies, that Young Frankenstein was actually his.
He owned it, you think?
It was his idea. He did the writing, and Brooks just did the production for it. Actually, Brooks did it because Gene basically filled a huge favor for Mel Brooks on another film yet to be named.
Soon to be on our list.
Soon to be on our lists here, coming around. And he said, he did it on a short call and notice, and so he went and did it. But he said, I really don't want to do this film, but I'll do this for you if you promise me we're going to make my Young Frankenstein. And Mel basically said, well, you got me by the Schwartzes. And I said, okay.
The Schwartz and Curly's?
Yes.
Okay, so that's your number 3, Jeff?
That was my number 3.
Number 3, which was number 1.
And what was your number 3, Jeff? Or Blake was Willy Wonka, right?
Number 3 was Willy Wonka.
My number 3, it's not a good film, but I remembered liking it when I was a kid, and I think it kind of stuck with me. I've seen it recently, probably in the last 5 years, and I still enjoy it, and it's not great. It's seen over, here and over. Yeah. Sorry. You know what? I don't know why.
You saw it as a kid, and that movie seems to appeal to kids.
Yeah.
See no evil,
hear no evil.
Yeah. Okay.
Richard Pryor is a comic genius. I never really liked any of the films he was in. I never thought it translated well.
He's got a lot
of
good.
Great in The Toy.
Stop it.
No, that was horrible.
Stop it.
He's got
fucking
a lot
Jackie
of good...
Gleason. Fuck him.
He's got a lot of good writing credits.
Not by choice. Chicken Soup. Go fuck yourself. He made Chicken Soup the TV series. Fuck you.
Oh my god, I've never heard.
I fucking hate Jackie Gleason. I fucking hate him.
Oh my god, Jackie Gleason was great.
No.
No.
You
don't even know what I was going to say.
Doesn't even matter. Go ahead.
A is great in The Hustler.
Buford T.
Buford T. Justice, one of the best characters of all time.
No. Done.
Really?
Fucking Jackie Gleason.
Oh my lord.
Man.
Just don't watch Smokey and the Bandit Part 3. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was bad.
But
the original Smokey and the Bandit. Don't watch it with Jason.
Yeah,
apparently don't watch it with him.
They'll be cursing real out at you.
I mean, Buford T. Justice has some beautiful soliloquies in that movie.
He's not as annoying as the other Jackie I can't stand. Jackie Mason.
Oh, he's pretty
Jackie
annoying.
Mason's the Chicken Soup guy. Sorry, my God.
Oh, yeah, Jackie Mason.
Okay.
Oh, seriously?
You mix your Jackies up? You're an asshole.
He's sitting there trying to think and picture Jackie Mason and Smokey and the Bandit, aren't you?
Yeah, Caddyshack 2. I hated Jackie Gleason in Caddyshack 2.
That's what brought up. I was going to say, fuck him and Jackie. Wait a minute. He wasn't in Caddyshack. I like Jackie Gleason. Fuck Jackie Mason.
Jackie Mason. Now you don't. I don't even think you've ever seen Smokey and the Bandit.
Did you know Matthew
Modine? Justice. That is no Jackie Mason.
Do you know Matthew Modine is the sheriff in Stranger Things? I couldn't even recognize him.
Now you know what? I've had my forgetful moments on this podcast several times, but it just takes the cake.
Fuck you, Jackie Mason.
I would agree with you on Jackie Mason. He was the worst part of The Jerk, and I love that movie, but...
Oh, jeez, oh, Pete.
Wow.
As Cheeto Bandito found out earlier, I'm an idiot.
Cheeto Bandito.
Okay, my number 2 is Young Frankenstein.
Cheezo Bandito. Are you available on Tuesday nights? Just wondering.
All right, Blake, I'm assuming our number 2s are going to be the same
Our
as his
number
number
2s are going to
ones.
be the same. Yes,
my number 1.
Number ones. And you know what? I'll let you announce it, but it was very close between this and Young Frankenstein. But I went Young Frankenstein because that was Gene Wilder's movie.
Okay. What's your number 2s, guys?
Our number 2s are
so you
Blazing
can like
Saddles.
destroy it. Go ahead now.
Blazing
Rip on
Saddles.
Yep. My
Now
number
rip
1.
on it.
My number
Go
1.
ahead, rip on it.
unrip. How am I going to rip on Blazing Saddles?
I love Blazing Saddles.
You actually like this movie.
That's number 2 on my list.
But it's not 1.
Well, no, but I didn't rip on Young Frankenstein either. I didn't rip on the ones that are on my list.
Okay.
He rolled a 5 again.
But no, Blazing Saddles is hilarious, funny.
You can't
say anything bad about
the
it.
The thing about
top
that
3
movie
favorite
is,
films,
it
favorite
is
comedies
of all times. It is in like the top AMA top 10, isn't it? Like in the top 10.
Could be.
The thing is, you cannot see that film on network television.
No.
You have to get the original film and watch it, because when the original film, when they start editing things out, because it uses the N-word, it says some other things that are in there that are inappropriate.
Edit the farts.
They edit the farts out now, for Christ's sake. The whole thing is not funny when they edit that stuff out. It has to be the horrible, belligerent stuff. And I remember I was in training, in training before I got deployed. And we were in the break room, one of the rare moments where we had like a free couple hours in the evening. And we were in there, and Blazing Saddles came on, and there was an African American in the room, and I was like, oh God, oh my God, we're gonna have to change this off. We're gonna go through sensitivity training. We're gonna have to do whatever. And as soon as the first funny line came out, the man who became my one of my best friends ever, Frank, just started laughing his ass off, and I was like, oh, so this is going to be a good night.
It's just man and a horse getting hung.
Exactly. One of the things that kept us going through Afghanistan for a year was quoting Blazing Saddles together.
16's my limit on Schnitzengruben.
Yes. There was a line that actually got edited out of it. It's when it's in the dark, and it's in Cleveland Little.
Kahn.
Is with Madeline Kahn. They actually edited out. That's my arm you're sucking on.
All right. I suppose my one complaint was they didn't know how to end the movie.
I agree with you on that.
Yes,
the ending's a little rough.
It was a little rambling ending that goes on and on, kind of like
Monty Python,
kind of like a J.R.R. Tolkien ending. For Lord of the Rings, where you're just like, this should have ended 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. But how it just burst into the Hollywood lot, I went,
Yeah. It was kind of funny.
I couldn't tell you how you should have ended it. I liked that you ended it absurdly, but like I said, it just went on. And
the Hobbit movie should have ended with Frodo sucking off a tree ant, but it kept going after that scene.
No.
After that scene? Did I miss that?
Yeah, you did. It was in the uncut version.
Oh.
Literally uncut. But the uncut.
Blazing Saddles has so many trivia questions to it. It's pretty funny. Like the guy that sang the theme song, I forget, he was actually a very famous country western singer. And they paid him to come up with the theme song.
Oh, that's right. I did hear this.
And he thought it was a serious country western. When he realized his song's being used for that movie, the guy just went ballistic and crazy. I mean, it was like
Was it Hank Williams?
No. It was some other gentleman.
Oh,
He rode a blazing saddle. Yeah, you have to look it up. The other thing about it was Hedy Lamarr actually sued Mel Brooks.
Oh, really?
Because of Hedley Lamarr.
Hedley.
And of course, the joke was in there. Hedley. The Hedley Lamarr jokes. And of course, it's just, lots of great themes about it. Jig, I forget what's his name, the cowboy.
Frank Lane. Frankie Lane.
Frankie Lane.
Beat me to
it.
Yep, he wrote the Blazing Saddles theme song.
And did not know it was going to be a country western spoof in the manner that it was. And he was very upset about it. And then Mel Brooks actually ran into... Mel Brooks actually ran into... what's his name? The great cowboy.
John Wayne?
John Wayne. He said, hey, I'm making a country western. Would you like a cameo in it? And he gave Wayne a script, and John Wayne gave it back to him and said, there's no way I can be in this movie, but I'll be the first one in line to see it.
I gotta go play Genghis Khan. Give me a second. I got my morals.
I can't be in this movie. I gotta go play Genghis Khan.
Exactly.
Well, we do have some listener picks.
Go, yeah.
Doug, number one fan, said he thought Sherlock Holmes' younger brother was underrated. I think it's Smarter Brother, isn't it?
Smarter Younger Brother?
Smarter Younger Brother.
I have not seen it.
I feel like I did, but I can't
I may
remember anything.
have, and I can't remember it.
I'm probably going to look for it
because
now.
these other movies are so prevalent in Gene Wilder's,
Pittsburgh Nerd. Sean had Young Frankenstein, Willy Wonka, Blazing Saddles, and too many to list. Police Academy's up there too. Ian, he had nothing because he's an ass. Let's see.
You were just cruel.
Randall Holt, RJ Holt 666, had Stir Crazy at number 5. Haunted Honeymoon at 4. Number 3 was Willy Wonka. 2 was Blazing Saddles. And 1, Young Frankenstein. And then he put a hashtag, thanks for the memories. So,
yes.
And I think that was...
Sad news to see Gene Wilder leave.
Yeah, again, Honeymoon, like another one I didn't see. And that was with
I
Gilda,
saw
wasn't
Haunted...
it?
Yeah, and I can't stand Gilda.
How can you not stand Gilda?
I thought she was annoying on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, she was the best part of the first
are you
season.
sure you have
Yes,
the
it
right
was.
actress in mind?
Yes.
You know, I want to make sure that you're not thinking of some Jackie Mason.
Yes, fucking Jackie Mason.
Yeah, okay.
Michael Liao,
Miguel,
who does a great job at Danger Entertainment Network.
Danger!
Danger.
Where's Anthony Weiner? Let's see. He had Young Frankenstein, Haunted Honeymoon, Willy Wonka, Blazing Saddles, and Hear No Evil, See No Evil. Was Haunted Honeymoon with John Candy too? I want to say it was.
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen it.
It
might be. Maybe that's why I didn't watch it, because I was never a John Candy fan.
Brian Evans. He had Willy Wonka. Wilder is the Willy Wonka.
He is right.
So there you go. There's
the song Pure Imagination alone is why that's number 1 on my list.
So there's your top 5 this week. Bad Idea. Number 8.
Ooh,
Number 8.
Bad Idea.
Ooh, this is a top 10er?
In honor of Gene Wilder, Dying. It's not a good idea. Let's just not do it. It's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. Dying.
Dying. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Try it. Or delay it as long as possible.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And if you can, go to our iTunes Facebook or iTunes page, and give us 5-star reviews. That would help us out.
Where else can people download our stuff?
Stitcher, and then also Google Play for the Android listeners as well. And we're on WeBeGeeksPC.com. Great network. We're on Danger Entertainment Network. Danger!
People requested we get a YouTube.
And we're on YouTube. All you have to do is Google the History of Bad Ideas on YouTube.
And you can not see us.
No, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
We'll eventually maybe
We have
put
some
pictures
ideas
up.
We have some ideas in the works.
We do have some ideas in the works. We got some video might be coming up on it. But you can listen to us on that as well. So thank you guys again for listening. And Roger.
Tangent Bound. Don't forget
Tangent Bound. I apologize.
Give Mark props
Mark,
for running
I
Tangent
apologize.
Bound.
Mark does a great job at Tangent Bound. He's working his ass off there.
Yes, he is.
So yes, Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad